Hello everyone and welcome to Platinum Life Gaming. I'm the Mad Gamer and this is the DLC for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Alright, no more joking. This is my Platinum experience for the highly anticipated and beloved Ghosts of Yotei. The similarities between this and Assassin's Creed Shadows early on were uncanny though. We have a female protagonist who loses her family to a group of masked warriors, and she sets out to exact revenge on them.
I'm sorry it came to this, little wolf.
As a small child, we are stuck to a burning tree and left for dead, surrounded by the bodies of our parents and brother.
Before she died, my mother told me stories of Onryo, ruthless spirits who wander the land, seeking vengeance. The night my family was massacred, I became such a spirit.
We somehow managed to survive and 15 years later return home to right the wrongs from that deadly night. The first chance we get to actually play, we write the names of the Yotei 6 on a sash.
The snake, the oni, the kitsune, the spider, the dragon, Lord Saito.
The tutorial is quick as we proceed into a small village, and it's here that we face off against the snake. We have a total of 54 trophies to collect.
You should have stayed dead.
What is that?
No!
Oh, it had to happen, okay.
No!
Defeating him, I popped my first trophy. The snake. Cross the first name off your sash. Mounting a horse and heading towards our childhood home, I could see immediately why people fell in love with this game. We play as Atsu, the daughter of a blacksmith, specializing in sword making. When walking onto our property, it brings us back to our childhood. We learn to play the shamisen with our mother.
Yes.
And after doing a few things like that, we have the option to interact with these shimmers, which allow us to play out a specific memory from Atsu's past. Learning combat skills from our father, how to parry, which attacks we have to parry compared to dodge, and which ones will cause us to lose our weapons. Things like smithing with our father, more sword training, even recalling our brother burying money. I did find that part pretty cool because we can now dig it up in the present. I did think it was a really cool way to teach the game mechanics while providing some background to the character. The pace completely up to me. I was not forced to play through hours and hours of memories. While trying to learn the buttons, I ended up in photo mode, and messing around in here, I earned the trophy. Memento. Personalize a scene in photo mode. Before heading out, I found my father's old bamboo strike setup. These are button pressing tasks, and they reward us with a spirit. Spirits can be consumed to heal and perform various higher powered attacks. As we progress through the game, it will take more and more of these bamboo strikes in order for us to earn a single spirit. Nice.
Clean cuts, just like father's.
Arriving at a nearby inn, we learn our first kill streak. This one is called Onryo's Howl, and we have to kill 5 enemies without getting hit in order to fill the meter. Each time we are hit, the meter resets. So these kill streaks is a use it when you got it type thing. Onryo's Howl instills fear in the enemies around us, giving Atsu an instant advantage. We can pick up bounties to earn extra mon, which is the currency in this game. We can use that to buy maps in order to see locations of the altars of reflection. The first time we pray at one of these altars, we earn a technique point. There is so much going on in this game, it's actually overwhelming at times. So I simply set out to explore and see what I would find. And as I did this, I found a group sitting by a campfire. Joining them, I thought I should play some music, and for playing a shamisen song while camping, I received the trophy.
Fireside performance.
Before we get too far into the video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. They help the channel prosper with the algos and extend its reach further into the YouTube universe. And more importantly, I greatly appreciate all of your support. In order to boost our maximum health, we must find and soak in hot springs around the map. Coming across a local stable owner in need, we first fend off Lord Saito's men, and afterwards we assist him in rounding up his horses. As a thank you for saving him, his stable, and the horses, we can now choose a new horse or keep our current one. This will be the horse that we have for the rest of the game, and I stayed loyal, keeping my current horse. And for picking a name for my horse, I got the trophy.
Keep looking out for each other.
Naming a friend.
One of the larger quests that I found was to learn to wield dual katanas. At the start, I was not able to hit the burning coals that this master threw at me because a single katana is just too slow. So we started our training. While reflecting on the past with the katana master, I learned that Atsu blames herself for her family's death.
There's irony in the fact that I'm being trained in a technique for dual katana fighting from a guy with one arm.
They're fine.
You see, when she was just a child, she led Lord Saito and the Yotei 6 to her home, believing that Lord Saito needed her father's help to strengthen his sword. With our left arm trained to match the strength of our right, I was able to complete the burning coal toss, and now the dual katanas are mine to wield. Tracking down one of the bounties that I picked up earlier, this fight proved difficult early on in the game. And, you might have guessed it, we have to complete all 31 bounties for a trophy.
Finally, you die.
Remember those shimmers from earlier, the memories of our past? Well, there's one that shows our parents telling a story of their journey to the top of Mount Yotei. Turns out that they left charms for Atsu and her brother with the plan that once they were old enough, they would make the trek for themselves to the top and claim them. I didn't head straight to the mountain, but once I was close, I made the grueling climb to the top. And for acquiring my parents' charms from the peak of Mount Yotei, I obtained the trophy.
Inheritance. Nice, it was worth it.
While up there, I found a new skin for my weapons, a lot of resources, and an altar of reflection. Lord Saito has recruitment camps scattered all across the map, 22 of them to be exact, and liberating all of them is another trophy. To liberate a camp, you simply have to eliminate all of the enemies, and after liberating our first camp, we get a cutscene showing that we are making waves for Lord Saito.
What is it? One of our camps has fallen. They say it was attacked by an Onryo. A ghost.
There is also an altar of reflection to pray at after each camp is liberated. This game is packed full of collectibles and completion type tasks in order to get platinum. All of that could really turn into a nightmare for trophy hunters. There's been this wolf that from the beginning of the game has sort of been an ally, randomly coming to my aid in battle, coming across and completing a quest where I had to free a captured wolf from an enemy camp. I got a technique point to improve my wolf companion. We learned to play a new song on our shamisen. These songs are very helpful, and learning them as early on as possible is the best way to go. This one causes the winds to guide us towards bamboo strike challenges. others towards wolf dens, hot springs, even the enemy recruitment camps. This really does make the completion trophies much easier. After ending up at a checkpoint on the way to the Ishikari Plains, I helped the samurai clan Natsume defeat some Oni raiders. It was also here that I was voluntold I would be helping their leader track some of his missing men or face jail time. So much for appreciating my help. The Natsume are a samurai clan that oppose Lord Saito, but do very little to actually stop him. While resting, I learned that the leader was actually my brother thought long dead, and for reuniting with a ghost from the past, I popped the trophy.
Twin wolves. We found our brother.
There are a ton of side quests in this game. Roughly half of them are required to complete as they eventually lead to trophies, and the other add to the game but are not required. Since I had no idea which ones did or didn't, I ended up completing nearly everything on my hunt for platinum. While liberating another camp, I ended up killing an enemy by catching grass on fire and earned the trophy.
Brush fire.
It turned out that this camp also had one of my bounties in it. It was at this time that I found probably the biggest flaw in the game in my opinion. The checkpoint that happens right before the boss fight starts also locks you in at that exact
Whoa, what the
moment
hell's that?
with your current health, current spirits, as well as ammo and sake jars.
Oh man. Why would you start me in the middle of... That is so dumb. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Woo!
Finally defeating Ijuru the Ruthless and liberating the camp, I went to a nearby inn to turn in the bounty. Also to see if there were more, purchase some maps.
Oh.
I got to fight a drunk here for some easy mon.
He's hammered and wants to fight somebody. I'm like, okay.
Come at me.
You like my mask? Oh, what the? Relentless attacks.
Enough. No. Take your money.
Thanks, man. That was an easy 200.
I also discovered a new minigame called Zenai Hajaki, where the object is to flick a coin into another without hitting any additional coins or having any coins fall off the table. If you can control the power of your flick, this was pretty simple. And after defeating my opponent the first time, he offered another game, but this time he would wager a charm rather than money. Charms are items that can be equipped to boost stats and can be leveled up by doing specific things. So naturally, I wanted all the charms I could get.
Great.
Just clean that guy up, man.
And after winning a charm from playing a game of Zenai Hajaki, I received the trophy.
Good with coins.
Finding a storyteller who spun an excellent tale, I had to search the area for 4 wind chimes.
So goes the tale of the undying samurai. Only when his life is taken and the armor removed will the curse be lifted.
Over here, boy.
Oh, Jesus, bear. Oh, I don't have any health. Settle down, bear. Oh. No, no, no. Yeah, bear. I just saved the storyteller. I'm gonna go with that anyway.
He was gutted. Where 4 wind chimes sing, the undying samurai appears.
However, I got sidetracked, which is so easy to do in this game, and ended up finding a Sumie. Using the DualSense controller to make the brush strokes really didn't do it for me. But once I finally completed this and the art had been made, I got a new headband for my troubles and headed back to find the final wind chime.
There it is.
This led me to the fight against the Undying Samurai, which was a very tough fight being so early on in the game.
No, he was one hit. No. Yeah, finally, baby. Woo!
Finally coming out victorious, I was given his armor. Sake, a Japanese alcohol. In this game it replenishes some of your spirit points, but at the cost of getting a little tipsy. You can find jars of sake lying around camps, or in this instance, on the beach. And after collecting 10 full sake jars, I obtained the trophy.
Sake Flight.
After finding a Yari master who is willing to teach you in the ways of the Yari, or the spear, I set out to learn this weapon as I wanted to add it to my repertoire. We can achieve this goal by sparring with the master, doing some spear fishing, and we're gonna fight alongside the Yari master to protect him.
Well done. Come. I have something for you.
Back at the inn, I purchased dye for my armor, and for acquiring 30 pieces of vanity gear, I got the trophy.
Here it is.
Purely decorative. And while on a mission with my brother Jubei, I completed a successful standoff or assassination with a companion, and I secured the trophy.
2 as 1.
Occasionally during a mission, but more likely while you're roaming the map, there are times that at the end of a fight, the last enemy will not die, but instead he begs to be spared. And as a result, we get to interrogate that enemy, usually revealing new map locations or information to progress the mission. Once I had interrogated 10 enemies, I acquired the trophy.
Very
Bounty
persuasive.
is yours. Please, just let me go.
Fish are used to cook, feed the wolf, or sell for mon. Now that I had the Yari, I could catch fish pretty quickly. And for spearing 5 fish with the Yari, I unlocked the trophy.
Spear fishing, nice.
This trophy might seem familiar if you played that other samurai game, but for either shoulder charging or typhoon kicking an enemy off the cliff to their death, I gained the trophy. Sayonara. While fighting a bounty and his men, I ended up making my 20th enemy collapse in fear while using the Onryo's Howl and activated the trophy.
The horror!
Coming across this samurai who wanted to join Lord Saito's army.
But if you want to die for him, I'll do you that favor.
This one has no honor, but perhaps he came to his senses.
What? Just books it. Later, dude.
Disarming and killing an enemy with their own weapon, I popped the trophy.
You dropped this?
After hearing another great story from Ugatsu, our favorite storyteller, we end up on the top of Mount Yotei, fighting the great warrior Takizo. The freezing conditions on top of Mount Yotei were as much of a problem in this fight as he was, The longer this fight went on, the more of my health bar would freeze, preventing me from healing. I died a lot during this fight, but for finally defeating Takizo the Unrivaled on the peak of Mount Yotei, I earned the trophy.
Unrivaled. And we got a straw hat.
Oni must die.
He will.
Remember what I said before.
After helping our Yari sensei Takahashi defend his dojo, I received the trophy.
Way of the Yari.
We meet a new friend, Ina, during a side quest. She's a bomb maker, and after we help her, we can use bombs in the open world. Ina is attacked by a group of Oni raiders, and for helping her fend them off, I achieved the trophy. Gift for Destruction. The map in this game is separated into many different areas, mainly to section off the different members of the Yotei 6. As I mentioned prior, I was currently in the Ishikari Plains, which had an underlining story focused on siblings, finding each other after so many years, learning from and accepting the way each had become, putting their differences aside and working together throughout the story missions to strengthen their bonds and infiltrate the castle where the Oni and his clan of Oni raiders resided. All of that happens over numerous story missions and drew to a close in the final battle versus the Oni. For completing the story mission The Tale of the Oni and extinguishing the fire of a cruel warlord, I obtained the trophy.
The Oni.
The Kitsune was my next target, located in Teshio Ridge, but of course things came up before I made my way there. I haven't really mentioned it, but Ghost of Yotei had an absurd amount of climbing, and much like setting up fires, cooking fish while at camps, or the paintings that I showed you earlier, it was a lot of fun the first time or two, but after a while it just felt like it didn't fit in the game. Arriving at the Clan Saito training fortress, I got word that Lord Saito was on site personally overseeing the training of new recruits.
Let's see what you've learned, little wolf.
Learn how to kick your ass.
And after making my way deep into the fortress, I faced off against the man himself. But before delivering the final blow, I was briefly knocked unconscious as the Matsumai ascended on the fortress, giving Saito the opportunity to flee. At Master Yashida's dojo, I trained in the way of the Odachi, which is just a big giant sword.
A fine block.
At the end of this random bounty I found, instead of delivering the final blow, I played the shamisen with him, and he died of his wounds that I had inflicted earlier. But not before we finished playing the song together. It was these kind of moments that were meant to build something for the story, but just slowed the game down too much for me. Finally arriving at Teshio Ridge, I met Hannah. She asked me to help save the local farms from the gang known as the Nine Tails. It was during this mission that the charms that I mentioned earlier, which required weird things to upgrade, well, this one required me to stagger enemies by hitting them with a sake jar to upgrade it. And for upgrading 10 charms at least once, I unlocked the trophy.
Charming.
After completing one of the Yotei 6 camps, I found this puzzle box on the ground. This was the first of 12 puzzle boxes I would need to complete, and opening this one I received a charm. At the same time, I also found my 30th Altar of Reflection and was awarded with the trophy.
Moments of reflection.
Coming across Master Enomoto, who teaches us to use the Kusarigama. This weapon was unreal. It's basically a sickle attached to a ball and chain. Very good at wrecking enemies with shields. And once Master Enomoto was comfortable with me using the Kusarigama and our training was complete, I finally acquired all melee tools and popped the trophy.
Tools of a warrior.
At this point, I went back to helping Hannah protect her farms. After clearing the 4th farm, I had helped Hannah protect her farms, and I got the trophy.
Kunai Defender.
And now it was time to continue on with the main story, and here I met Oyuki at the Red Crane Inn. Oyuki offered her help right away if I would help the people of this land. She said that the kitsune took something from her, and that is why she was helping me.
Oh, finally.
With Oyuki at my side, I finally reach the kitsune. However, during the fight, he hits us with a powerful toxin and we are overcome. Before passing out, we learned that Oyuki was the original kitsune and she was there the night that our parents were slaughtered.
Bring her to me.
Run.
Time to get some sweet revenge and cross another name off our sash, right? Nope. Instead, we're gonna have Oyuki teach us how to handle the toxin that the kitsune uses.
To be the kitsune again?
No. That part of my life is over.
Fine. Teach me your tricks.
Oh, come on. Just kill her.
But this fight isn't finished.
I understand the whole your character needs to grow and being driven by revenge isn't the proper way, yada yada, but come on. She was there when your mother died. Kill her. In order to combat the toxin's effects, Oyuki teaches us to use our other senses. And during this training, I used the Kusarigama assassination to kill an enemy from distance and received the trophy.
The Owl's Talon.
Once our training was done, it was finally time to face off against Oyuki.
Control your breathing. Remember what's real.
I will never forgive the kitsune. But the innkeeper's daughter, I might forgive her.
Thank you.
Boo. Boo.
However, with our character growth on the up and up, we showed mercy to the innkeeper's daughter and unlocked the trophy.
The woman behind the mask.
My playstyle has always been complete the collectibles and side quests as you go, don't leave it all till the end, and here I knocked off 5 bounties in a row.
Not leaving here alive.
Hold her down!
As I completed wolf dens, I leveled up my wolf, and for using a sake jar to trigger a wolf kill, I secured the trophy. Wolf bait. I went back to help Master Enomoto. His grandson had become a member of the Nine Tails, and Enomoto knew what had to be done but could not do it himself. When I helped Master Inamoto confront his grandson, I pocketed the trophy.
The Way of the Kasarigama.
In a rematch against Dojin the Kitsune, we use our newly acquired senses, helping us fight off the effects of the poison and ultimately coming out of this fight victorious. For sending Saito's spy master back to the shadows, I earned the trophy.
The Kitsune.
When you feel you have nothing left to learn, return to me for one final lesson.
There's more?
Maybe not.
For helping defend Master Yoshida's dojo in the final battle, I obtained the trophy.
The Way of the Odachi.
With the snake, the Oni, and the Kitsune all defeated, it was now time to turn our attention to the dragon and the spider, Lord Saito's sons. And in order to do that, we had to access the Oshima coast. With Oyuki still at our side, we reconnect with Jubei. And while trying to defend against Saito's soldiers, we are introduced to guns in this game. Picking up our first musket or Tenagashima, I now acquired all ranged weapons, netting me the trophy.
Take aim.
The Oshima coast also holds Castle Matsumai, where Jubei and his daughter live? That's right, we have a niece. Nice of Jubei not to tell us earlier. Killing enemies that have guns or collecting random parts from around the areas, we are now able to collect gun parts. With our newly acquired gun parts, I was able to use the forge back at home to upgrade the wolf blade to its final level and receive the trophy.
Like father, like daughter. Oh shit, dude.
What happened?
In all of Izzo, there is only one man who makes weapons, and here we find Matchlock Murata with a gunshot to the abdomen. Turns out a buyer of his shot him, stole his pistol, and on the way out killed his horse.
I sell my work to whoever has the money to buy it.
I feel a John Wick moment coming. They stole his gun and killed his
But after
horse.
today, I may have to rethink that.
Agreeing to help Matchlock Murata, I set out to find the man who shot him and retrieve the pistol.
It's true. You want it? It's yours.
Get up.
But you killed
Picking up his pistol, we now have acquired all quickfire weapons and obtained the trophy.
animal. Pathetic.
Quick draw. Yeah, we did.
Dragon! I'm coming for you!
Die trying.
During the story mission Echoes of the Storm, I failed to capture the dragon.
Any longer!
You're no Onyo. You're still the weak little girl you always were. The dragon is on board. Go! Move
What?
open water!
Fuck, he got there that fast? Okay. This story is fucking ridiculous.
Got away, Jubei.
And rather than continuing on with the next story mission, I decided it was time to clean up a lot of the collectibles. For bowing or playing my shamisen at 10 special places throughout Izzo, I earned the trophy.
Speaking with the land.
I will honor your story, boy who lived under the mountain.
For solving all mountain reliquary puzzles, I popped the trophy. Child of the Mountain.
Thank you for playing with me.
Learning my final shamisen song, I acquired the trophy.
Like mother, like daughter.
At the end of a very long and drawn out side quest, I shared a meal with Hoochie and received the trophy.
Sidoranu?
Remember those puzzle boxes from earlier? Well, after solving all the 9 Tails puzzle boxes, I netted the trophy.
Trickster Fox.
I'll see you around.
Completing all of the wolf dens secured me the trophy.
Wolves of Ezo.
I saw quite a few familiar faces on my way here.
They say the gods reward those who care for the animals of Yotei. So let me give you
Once I completed all of the fox dens and received the fox mask, I obtained the trophy.
Guardian of the Inari.
This was my favorite of the bamboo strikes.
You have to be drunk to do this.
Forcing me to drink 2 jars of sake before I could even attempt it. Finding an area where I could play Kuni Chinook, I set out to get the high score, needing to fire my arrow through all 6 of the rings without missing a single shot. I shouldn't admit this, but this took me so long to do. For some reason, I could not hit that one ring where they throw it in the air.
Oh, it's nice and sunny now. We've been playing this so long.
For finally hitting 6 out of 6 and getting a perfect score in Kuni Chinook, I earned the trophy.
Come on, baby. A moment to breathe. That took way too long.
For finding my last Sumie spot and completing all Sumie paintings, I received the trophy.
An artist's eye. Yeah, no more painting.
Once I obtained the pistols, now once I was in a standoff, I was able to not only kill 2 enemies, but I was able to use the pistol to do a hip fire attack, which earned me the trophy.
From the hip.
Perform a pistol parry during a standoff.
I'll take good care of it.
For acquiring all armor, I procured the trophy.
For all occasions.
My favorite storytelling friend told me about a blade on top of the mountain, and for acquiring the blade of a legendary hero, I popped the trophy.
Prepare to die!
From one ghost to another. Oh shit.
And once I had safely obtained the Stormblade, he came to tell us the story of the legendary hero.
Long ago, the Mongol horde set its eyes upon a small Japanese island. Although greatly outnumbered, a band of brave samurai rode out to face their invaders. The samurai were annihilated, but one fallen warrior rose from the ashes and single-handedly pushed back the Mongols.
Jin Sakai!
The Storm Blade.
I just got his sword.
Cast aside the way.
I personally preferred Ghost of Tsushima, so I loved this part.
So good, man. I love that they put him in here. There's his mask.
For ridding Ezo of all Yotei's 6 camps, I gained the trophy.
For the living.
Shrine climbs. Making your way from the ground to the top of a mountain through a treacherous path that involves nothing but climbing, grappling hook, and jumping. This being my last shrine climb. I had also already completed all bamboo strikes and hot springs, earning me the trophy.
Body, mind, and spirit.
The Iron Chuta was my final bounty, and after killing him, I went back to the bounty broker to turn it in. For completing all bounties, I achieved the trophy.
Master Bounty Hunter.
And now it was time to catch a spider. Oyuki and I snuck into the spider's compound, dressed up as performers, and walked right up to the spider. When Atsu sees that they are performing a version of the night her parents were killed, she loses her cool and slaughters everybody at the party. And although we did end up catching the spider, unfortunately Kiku, who followed us there, witnessed her aunt going full-blown rage mode Onio.
Kiku, go home with Oyuki. But... oh, that blood...
Completing that mission and reliving the night of the burning tree, I unlocked the trophy.
The spider is ours. Now to bait his brother.
Wrath of the Onyo.
With the spider captured, we set up a fake execution in order to draw out the dragon. Unfortunately, that plan backfires as Lord Saito brings his entire army and burns down the castle Matsumai. Jubei begging Atsu to help him save Kiku. However, Atsu cannot turn her back on the opportunity to kill both the dragon and spider.
I've waited 16 years for this.
Wait for the shot, spider!
Run,
For
bitch.
cutting down the favored firstborn, I popped the trophy.
I killed your brother.
The dragon.
Face me.
Staying to defeat the dragon came at a price, as Lord Saito and his men have captured Jubei and Oyuki. Heading to the Saito family burial grounds, we find the spider.
What is this?
More than I knew.
Do it. No mercy. Yeah, you did. Oh, come on.
And at the conclusion of the fight, rather than killing him, we let him live. And for defeating the son of a tyrant, I earned the trophy.
The spider.
After all of the major battles, people around Ezo have left offerings for the Onyo, a way to say thank you for dealing with the evil that plagues their land. And once I had collected 8 offerings left for the Onyo, I got the trophy.
Gifts for a ghost.
After arriving at Saito's castle, it didn't take long for me to reunite with Jubei.
Atsu.
Get away from my brother!
However, time was running out and we needed to save Oyuki.
Dude, lost your arms. Oh, man.
Saving Oyuki, we realize where Saito has gone.
I overheard Saito talking with the guards. He's waiting for you to avenge his sons. Where it all began.
Saito's going to our home.
Kiku. Saito, please. Please.
My fight is with the ghost. If the rest of you leave, you can take the child.
Do as he says.
You think you've changed, but you are still in Onryo. You could have lived a peaceful life. You chose to be a hunter.
Stop holding back! Throw your katana!
You've waited 16 years for this, Onryo! Don't falter now!
What is this?
Oyuki is with Kiku. I will hold him off. We will protect this family.
Twin wolves, unite!
Boy, your loyalty to each other only gives you something to lose. Atsu!
Oh, Jubei! No! I was so invested in you as a brother and character.
For the living.
Oh, come on, man. Ooh, he mocks me. Now you die. Pin him to the tree. Yeah, you did. Full circle, bitch.
Alone.
He'd be so proud. My hunt is over.
The Onryo rests. And Platinum, the legendary Onryo.
That was my 346th Platinum Trophy. I was pretty vocal throughout this video about how I felt about this game. And to be honest, I was very disappointed that it ended up being that way for me. I loved the first game so much, and I had such high expectations for this one. Maybe if I played it 6 months down the road or even a year, I might feel different about it. But we can't like every game we play. Thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about this game or the video itself. Until next time, take care, and remember, it's a platinum life.